Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. My name is Nurul Fatin Nabiha Binti Ariffin from class DDT1A, matrix number 25DDT20F2017. Today I'm going to present for PBE3 for problem solving and program design. So let me read the first question. For first question, build a program based on the pseudocode below. Start. Get the input of current year and birth year, calculate the age of person, and display the age of person. And get the input of current year and birth year is the input. Calculate the age of person is the process, and display the age of person is the output. So my answer for the pseudocode in C++ language would be like this. Okay. The answer of the first answer for the question 1 is to begin the C program, I put a hashtag and command directive include followed by iostream, which is the header files, and below of it is using namespace std and with semicolon, which I want the computer read it and the instruction is executable. And then below of it is main function, which usually calls for the input and output functions. So as we go through the question earlier, mostly all of them are integers. So I put in here is int for the main function, and then for the body I start with the braces, and then write the int current year, birth year, and age, as I want to declare those as integer and want to be executable, as it ends with semicolon too. And also another braces which I want to put another emphasis on the input. It means that I want to make it more clear to the computer to read it again and make another operation for it to execute it again. As for the first instruction, I put count, enter current year. It means that display enter current year, and then you will going to enter current year, and then display the enter birth year, your birth year. So enter your birth year, it could be anything, and then the process will happen when you write age equal to current year minus birth year, and display your age is, and also it will display to your age that has been calculated previous line, and then end the braces. So after those instructions had already executable, those instructions will be returned back as I write return 0, and then end of the reading and end of process executing the program. So it will end up like it will out as a result like this. So enter current year. So current year is 2021. Enter your birth year. So my birth year will be 2002. And then my age your age is 19. So my age is 19. It's true. So then process exited. I mean that return to value 0 is it will end on that. So that's it. Next, for question 2, a math lecturer wants to teach his students about the area and perimeter of a of a rectangle in the classroom. He tried to demonstrate a computation to his students using a suitable application. As a programmer, you are responsible to help and develop a program that the teacher can use. use C++ code to solve your task by using appropriate inputs and outputs. So I need to create a program and also has the output like example as is shown on the slide. So here is my answer. Okay, as to be provide an instruction, I will begin with hashtag and then followed by a common directive, which is I use include, similar to the previous question, and then followed by header file to identify the header file, which is IO string, and below of it using namespace std and with semicolon, as I want the data or instruction to be executable. And as we go through the question, as I read earlier, it's almost say that we need to calculate the numbers. So I use int integer main function to use the input output functions, as I write the input and output below. So begin with braces and then declare some instruction in here, which is int length, width, perimeter, and area, and then semicolon. And another braces, as I told you earlier, that I want to put an emphasis on the input that the computer needs to read again and make a process for the input, and also make an output that I wanted. So here we are. Count, find the area and perimeter of string. Those apostrophe means that I put a string on there. So, and then end with semicolon. As another line is count the formula to calculate the area of rectangle, as the teacher wants to teach his students about how to calculate the area of rectangle. So he wants the program shows and display the formula is length multiplied with width and semicolon. And another another output would be the formula to calculate the perimeter of rectangle, and also an output that I need to display, which is to multiply in kurungan length plus width and then semicolon, and then you'll be entering the input of the length that is also already given on the questions. So I just want to make a notice, so when I execute it, I know what to do, and also not anybody that wants to use the program that I need to enter the length of rectangle. So enter the length as I use scene to accept the data entered by the user, and display enter width or rectangle. To notice the user need to get the input of the width, whatever number you want to. So I use scene and width and with semicolon. Next line will be count the length from your input is your length that has been entered and your width also. So the process I write like this: area, as I want to calculate the area. So area equal to length multiplied width. And then perimeter also equal to 2 multiply length plus width. All of those process would be displayed after I write count the area of rectangle is area. Your area has been calculated, as well as the perimeter from here. It also will come up with the display of the area of rectangle is and the perimeter of rectangle is. And then end of brace, and then return the 0. So I notified that the program will be done the computer will be done reading the program, so the program will end. So So let's get execute. So here, and then it will come out like this. Find the area and perimeter of rectangle. The formula to calculate the area of rectangle: length multiplied width. The formula to calculate the perimeter of rectangle: 2 multiplied length plus width. Enter the length of rectangles. As it already shown and given from the questions here, which is he wants the length is 3 and the width of the rectangle, and then get them all calculated. So here is plus, okay, will be push 3 and then enter width of rectangle 6, and then all of them will be calculated just like this. So the length, you will display the length from your input is 3 and your width is 6. The area of rectangle is 18. The perimeter of rectangle is 18 too. Then process is exited, as I already write the written value, which is 0. Done. Thank you.